Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Catch the Moon. Catch the Moon is a relatively light game that works really nicely. It plays from 2 to 6 players, and it sits nicely as a warm-up game for the start of a game night. I wouldn't do it as the main event, but that's just me. I actually really enjoy this. I find that the people I've played with, some of them have responded like, I can play it, I enjoyed playing it, but I can only play it a certain number of times. And that's something to be aware of, but I fear that they haven't seen the manipulation of the where things can go. So every game you play is going to be different. The idea of the game is that you are throwing ladders on top of other ladders to get as high as possible. You roll a die, which tells you how many ladders you can touch, or if you need to be the highest. And that's pretty much it. Every time you fail or you drop a ladder or a ladder falls off your structure, you will take a teardrop, and whoever has the least teardrops at the end of the game wins. That's pretty much the game. The production of this game is really good. I've found the ladders feel really nice. There's a nice physicality to it. It is a three-dimensional game, and so the physicality of having three-dimensional pieces is really nice, and it sits really nicely. Even the box insert is that felt lining thing that it sits really nicely and looks really nice in the box. This is a not much game. It's a very light game. It's a fun game. It should happen relatively quickly, but the problem with the game, or the issue I found with players playing the game, is they look at it and go, oh, that's a really light game, blah, I'm out, I'll play something a bit heavier. People who are playing it, however, once you get a certain distance into the game, you start really having to think hard about where to place those ladders, because placing one ladder here might actually cause everything to fall down. Placing it over here might not cause it to touch the things that it needs to touch, and it's actually a really tight game, a really tight manipulation that I've enjoyed playing every time that I've played the game. I haven't played it with the full complement of 6 players yet, but the games I have played have been fun. They've been enjoyable. Sitting around, there's not a whole bunch of thinking except for your actual turn of placing it. Oh, where am I going to place that piece? And we've been able to play it while one person was eating, and you can be doing other stuff and having conversation, which is, that's a big part of why I game, is that conversation across the table. You're able to have those conversations that have nothing to do about the game, but when you come to your turn, you focus, you put your ladder on, and we keep going. I find this a really light game. I find it really good and playable, and I think it's a worthwhile game to have in your collection. I actually really enjoy it. I got it a couple of days back, and I've done the video because I've already played it a couple of times. It's that easy, it's that simple, it's that straightforward. Look, you'll notice my videos are fairly short. Please watch them, have an idea of the game, get a feel for the game before you purchase it, if you wish, if that's what you like to do. I have heard, however, just to be aware of, that the ladders can break very easily, so be very careful with them. I haven't found any of mine broken yet, but I've only had a few games of it so far. So each of the ladders are kind of different shapes. They're all ladders, but they have different manipulations, so parts of them sticking out or pulling back. And you'll see that in the Gamesplanation and the Gamesplay, that some of those ladders, they look a little bit weird. And that's fine. And that's actually, I think, what makes the game, that you're taking one of those ladders at random, but the balance on that ladder is going to be different than the balance on a different ladder. So having all that stuff it makes you think just that little bit more each time you play the game. So I'll leave it there. Please go on and watch my Gamesplay and my Gamesplanation to see if you'll also like Catch the Moon. It's a game that's sat quite nicely for me, so please enjoy. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you'd like to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to see what games I've been playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.